Welcome to the Chit Chat Lounge. Ladies, where you at?
Hey, chit chat.
I am so excited. The case with Diddy is over.
Yo.
Did you see what they said? He got charged for 2 counts and he beat 3 counts.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Wow.
He beat that case.
Oh my goodness. I knew they didn't have no RICO charge though. I mean,
No,
it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
They didn't have that.
And the sex trafficking, I just knew that they didn't have anything on him with
Evidence
that.
on that.
Look, that man, he got charged with basically paying for, a woman, which even modern regular day men are doing nowadays. So, I mean, hey.
And they're saying the way they're having sex is normal.
Yes.
In society today, like they're saying that's not a crime.
No.
No, it's not. Like I said, he got charged with having sex.
Yeah.
It's your choice how you want to have sex.
Exactly.
And I felt like there was not enough evidence to prove that it was a RICO charge. But he had the greatest defense team.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
he really did.
His team
Oh, yeah. 8
went
attorneys.
in and ate it up.
I was shocked. He had 8 attorneys. Look, when I saw the news with all 8 attorneys, I said, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
I was kind of nervous because they didn't have any witnesses. But then I thought about it. They said, "Why would we have witnesses when we're not defending something we didn't do anyway?"
Exactly.
So we shouldn't have any
That's right.
witnesses.
Exactly.
And I thought about that. I said, "That was great."
Yes.
So what do you think he's gonna get?
I'm not sure. I'm shocked the judge did not give him bail.
I'm
Yeah.
shocked too.
I knew
Now,
it-
that
it was gonna be
such
denied.
a shocker
Yeah.
to deny him bail because he's been locked up about 9 months,
Exactly.
and just not to give him bail, and then the sentencing is in October.
exactly.
Yeah.
Normally they sentence you 2-3 days.
Yeah, I think
Some
that was a
days the
political
same day.
move.
That- I
Yeah,
think so.
100%.
Yeah, let's be honest. They were trying to make an example out of him. He
Yes.
barked up the wrong tree. And he knows that. He tried to go to war with BlackRock, and they have an endless amount of resources. And at times, what they will do is make an example out of someone.
Yes, they
So
will.
in my opinion, yeah, he beat that case. They were going to let him beat the case. And in the same sense, they're like, we gonna let you sit a little bit longer just to feel
Exactly.
this, and he could possibly walk away with
Time served.
parole. Yeah, time served and parole.
Yeah.
And look at the resources. Why would the court system want to spend more money on him when he's high profile, which means he
Exactly.
cannot even be part of general public? They call that GP. He would have to be in private custody. They're going to spend more money on him, more police officers, more jail officers, more resources. Why would they want to do that?
That's more money.
That's more money when they could make less. They could make more money on adding multiple other recidivism rate people into the system
Exactly.
versus one person. They're not going to waste
But
resources.
do you think that they're trying to just have him sit that long to try to come up with something else?
I think they want to punish him.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many
horrible.
people have done what he have done?
A lot of people.
We,
A lot
another
of people.
They paying for it out
Caucasian,
here.
right?
Yes.
Have done it. Like,
Yes.
the Playboy.
Yes.
I mean, for so many
Yes.
years.
Yes.
It was
Many
normal.
years.
Hugh Hefner.
Many years.
Come on.
And
it was
with
just
the underage too.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Underage.
It was
According to the media.
Right.
It was unbelievable
Yes.
that they did this to this man and tried to disgrace him. And I'm not saying what he did, Cassie, was
Was
right.
right.
I'm
Yeah.
not
That-
saying
that
men
was
should
wrong.
beat up
Yes.
a woman. Domestic
That's
violence, we
that's
all
not
wrong.
the way to go.
Definitely.
But they were in a relationship. She was in for 10 years. That's a long time being with somebody. Accepting that. And then I think they enjoyed the money. They
Yes.
enjoyed the lifestyle. They enjoyed the life that they were living.
Yes.
And I think, you kind of miss that money.
Oh yes.
Clock
Wait,
it.
let's come back for a little while.
Clock it.
Oh, yes. Yes. I believe that.
Yeah, I think there's a reason why some of the women did not come forward that was dealing with Diddy, because one, they already knew what the lifestyle was. They know what they were signing up for. They wanted the bags. They wanted the purses. They wanted the fame, fortune.
I heard they were
they
paid
just
a
didn't
stipend as
right.
well.
They just didn't like when it came down to getting their hands put on them. That's when. And let's be honest, some women are delusional. They like to say it'll never happen to me.
Yeah.
Okay, no
It's gonna
problem.
happen to
you
you
get your
most
tail beat up,
likely.
and you let us know what ended up happening.
But see, that's what you sign up for.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to know when you're getting in relationships, you got to know, what am I signing up for?
Exactly.
Especially if
This
they have
was
a
man of
reputation.
that status.
Yeah.
Like,
And
hey,
then you have to come to a point in your life when your relationship, when it's enough is enough.
Exactly.
When do
That
you
is
draw
so
the
true.
line
Yes.
and say this is too far? It's going.
This is it.
Right. Nothing's going to change. I'm going to be the change.
Yes.
When do you get to the point to say enough is enough?
Where's your self-love as well? That's important.
Yeah, that's big.
Yes.
As a woman,
Exactly.
As a woman,
That's
where
good.
where's your morals?
Exactly.
But it was just looking. It seems to me they were so caught up in the fame.
Yes.
They were caught up in what they were getting that they just blocked out what really was happening.
Exactly.
So you can't just blame them because you allowed it to happen.
Right.
You know, some things we don't have control over, but some things we
do
have,
have
control over.
And then you have some people say, well, you got to be a person in domestic violence. You got to understand, women in domestic violence, it's hard for them to leave. It's hard for them to walk
Yeah.
away. What do you guys feel about that? I mean, we all have a will.
Yeah.
That's a mind. To me, that's a mind thing.
It is.
I
To
don't know.
say that I can't walk away from being abused so bad.
Yes.
But you walked
I
away
don't
to
know.
have a relationship with the trainer.
Exactly.
Right.
How was that?
Right. I think it's circumstances different for some women. You know, I think there's some people out there where no matter where they go, the person's gonna always find them.
Yes.
There's some women
That's
who
true.
run for their lives. That's why we have witness protection.
Yes.
You know, I know people in my life who have ran and they continue running and they keep choosing themselves.
Right.
And they're dealing with someone who was truly sick and ill.
Yes.
That just won't leave them alone. Like hey, we all got little stalkers.
Oh, yes.
Here or there, you know? I mean,
Right.
I got a few.
You got a few Caleb. Oh my God.
Okay, you
What
better
do you
watch
do
your
about
back.
the stalkers?
You better watch your back. You got stalkers.
Listen, how do you get
Are
rid
they
of the
zebra creepers?
How do you get rid of the
How you
stalkers,
get
Caleb?
rid of the stalkers?
I mean, look, I done took a few tips from, the fellow ladies here. I learned about changing a number, but
Yes.
ain't nothing a block can't do. You know, we got block for a reason. My block list is long. It's
And
going
it works.
years back.
Blocking
it works.
But what about when they know where you live at? How do you get rid of them like that?
I'll be honest. We got something called rights to bear arms. And
Yes.
and run up and you'll get done up.
There you go. There you go.
You better believe it.
You step
because
foot in here.
Because
I don't know how you
I'm
going back
registered
up.
with 2 9mm. You got to tell me. Registered in my name. Signed in my house.
There you go. That's your protection.
Look, I go to the gun range consistently. I got an appointment tomorrow.
Okay.
I need to schedule one.
Me too.
Listen.
Protect yourself,
Protect
ladies.
yourself.
Because I'll tell you one thing. Once you pull that gun out of that joker, he'll back up. People like, she crazy. She deranged.
See, that's what
She
they
losing
listen.
it. She's
That's
psycho.
right. Call me all that, but I'm still here. I'm protecting myself.
And
That's right.
And I'm licensed.
That's right.
I'm licensed to kill.
Right. Look, we doing it the legal way around here. We legal around here.
Right.
We're not going out like that.
No.
Oh man.
Oh my God. Guys, let's talk about what just happened in Texas
Oh, that was
with the
sad.
weather.
Tragic.
So many people. I think the count so far was 82.
Yes.
And the children died. That literally broke my heart.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
We're dealing with so much weather problems now.
Yeah.
We had the Katrina incident, and we're now having floods. We're having bridges cave in.
That's
right.
What do you think? Was that passed in the bill? Weather? What do you think about weather now? They need to do
Because they're
something.
defunding
Yes.
so many programs. This is so important. The some warning.
Yes.
I'm quite sure if they had some warning,
Right.
they would have
They
prepared
could have saved
themselves,
those people.
and you probably would have saved
Yeah.
some of those lives.
Yes.
There's a misappropriation of funds, and if you were catering funds in a specific area versus letting it run out, then we wouldn't see as much tragedy. I think the hard part is people keep chalking it up to God's
Yes.
doing, when really and truly some of this is like man's doing.
Yes.
It's poor planning. Let's
It
be
is.
honest.
Absolutely.
We see
Very
poor
poor
planning
planning.
with our
Yes.
weather repeatedly. They do it in
Yes.
Georgia with the snow. We had cars stranded year
Yes.
after
Oh,
year whenever
yes.
it snows. I mean, it's poor planning every year. Last time Texas flooded and it also had a blizzard. I mean, you had some of the most horrid stories. Women that were pregnant in labor on the side of the
Yes,
road.
I
Can't go
remember.
anywhere.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I
mean,
remember that.
It's poor planning.
But just to see weather itself taking people out.
Yes.
We keep on seeing this years after years
Year
after
after
year.
year.
People drowning, water
Yes.
overflowing. And we're saying, are they going to do something? Like innocent people dying. Like,
Yeah.
That
it's
was-
just happened. And we live in a society today where we have to say to ourselves that faith and fear. How do we handle our faith, but yet being fearful for what we're seeing today in society?
Exactly.
How do we mix the
Exactly.
God
That's good.
that we trust, the God that we have faith in, but then yet we see in a time like this what's happening in the world with fear?
Exactly.
What do we tell our young ones?
Yeah,
Right.
because it's gripping us. It's
It
like
is,
it's like a tug
definitely.
of war. Faith on this hand, but fear on this hand, because
Right.
we see the world in so much turmoil
Yes.
that's what causes the fear, the distractions. So for me, I would take that. I'm gonna have to keep my wisdom, my
Yes.
faith,
Yeah.
my prayer life with God has to strengthen.
That's right.
That's the only thing that's gonna keep us.
Right.
You've got to cover your mind, your heart,
Yeah.
and trust in God. Definitely.
And
That's so important nowadays.
I also think too, it comes to a point of being obedient and also taking the time out to like really devote and have a relationship with God, reading his
Yes.
word and understanding what he said is to come, like not to actually cause us to have fear, but also to believe in him, that we really need him in this very moment. There's a lot of things that are coming to pass, but it's not to actually cause us to fear, but to actually have hope for what's
Exactly.
next.
Yes.
But the
And-
world is putting it in so much.
That's right.
That's the thing, because
That's
the
right.
world is what's causing so much fear.
Exactly.
Because everything you see on the news.
That's
If
right.
you don't see it on the news, you're going to see it on social media. So it's just gripping the world with
Yes.
fear.
Right. And it's bitten up and it's chopped up only for it to be the most catchy things. And I think
Yeah.
that's the problem too. They'll show you the most tragic part, but they don't show you the lead up. Like there's some
Exactly.
people who pass, with floodings and they issued evacuations. They told you to leave.
Yes.
So you should have left. I think it also comes down to a pride thing. A lot of people don't want to put aside their pride
Yeah.
and actually say, I'm going to listen to the authorities that have actually issued a warning for the entire town.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's some people that it was too late, even if there was a warning.
Yeah.
But those people, they may not have had a fair chance, and we're talking about resources. But then there's some people who are neglectful.
Exactly.
You
That's
know?
true. You're right, because some that just don't have, you have nowhere to go.
Exactly. The elderly,
That's right.
Some that's
disabled,
sick.
maybe.
So you're like, you're
Exactly.
stuck. How can you get out?
Exactly.
But you got to listen to those in authorities
Yes,
because
you
they
do.
understand what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it helps and it makes it different to listen.
Yes.
Like you said, some people probably didn't have a chance. And there was no way of escape. And we're also praying for those families.
Yes,
Yes,
we are.
we
Those
are.
young
Yeah.
people that passed away, they were camping.
Yes.
You could just imagine young children camping. And all of a
Yes.
sudden, they just washed away. in the
Having
sea.
a good time.
Think
and
about
all
my
of a
grandkid
sudden-
like that, like
Right,
my
yeah.
grandchild, like
Being that age.
Exactly.
just having fun.
Yes.
And they do
away.
summer camps all the time.
All the
They go
time,
away for the
yes.
summer to just learn new things.
Yes.
Meet new friends.
That's right.
But you're sitting there with your friend and you just watched them.
Yeah. I think also too now a lot of kids are more worried and not able to have like jovial, childlike
That is
spirits
so
and
true.
hearts.
Yeah.
We see so many kids suffering with like suicide and depression.
Yeah.
And it's because they're taking on the traumas of this world.
Right.
And
they're seeing it.
that's right. And some parents don't really limit what their kids see.
That's
so it's
true.
tainting their
true.
heart
Yeah.
because they're not able to take it. Whereas us as adults, we've grown up. We've had our innocent moments. And now
Right.
we've been able to learn and digest things and know how to move forward. Where some kids, they can't. They don't know how to.
That is so true. Because
Exactly.
I know for me, with growing up, it's certain things you did not know.
You didn't know about.
You didn't know about
That
it.
is so
But
true.
now kids are so exposed
They know
to everything.
everything.
They have the iPhones. They have the tablets. So they're exposed.
Yeah.
1-year-olds know how to use
Exactly.
iPhones.
The iPad kids.
Yes.
The tablet kids.
So you think a
Yeah.
lot of people now is struggling with their faith,
Definitely.
and fear, it seems like it's overriding their faith.
Yes.
So what do we do with a society that's walking more in fear? I think maybe that's producing more people with problems.
I
Yeah.
think so.
I
Definitely.
agree.
Mental condition.
Anxiety.
Because if you keep on
All
living in
kinds of
fear,
That's right.
it's going to form some type of
Right.
in your mind to
Yes.
be feared, anxiety,
That's
worry, because what the world is becoming more
Yes.
fear than faith. How do we
Exactly.
shift people into faith?
That's really good.
That's really good. And that's something to really think
Yeah.
about.
We have
We
to
can
offer
unpack
them
that.
hope as
That's
well.
that's right.
you
We
know.
can unpack that. I think it comes down to everyone taking on a duty each day.
Yes.
Going out of their way to really express and talk to someone about God
Yes.
and how he loves
Yeah.
us and how you have to have hope. I think a lot of times
Yes.
people give up because they don't have
They
hope.
don't
They don't
have
know
hope.
that there's
They don't know. They don't have a way
what's after
out.
this.
And
That's
they
right.
don't know like what is my outlet.
Exactly.
right. That's right. And, one thing I think that really helps me is always the thought process of just casting those worries back to God.
Yes.
Like I wake up and I'm like, okay, well, I'm worried about all these millions of things, but what can I actually control? And if I can't control any of it, I need to just let it go.
Yeah.
I got a dog named Junior, and every time it storms, anytime it rains or thunder, he finds his way to come upstairs and go underneath my bed.
Oh.
I don't care if he's going to scratch on the door because he wants to feel safe.
Yes.
What do we do with people that no matter what they're going through, they just want to feel safe? Like the storm haven't left. It's still raining and it's still storming, but knowing that I'm with him, it makes him feel safe.
We have to offer some sort of comfort.
Yes.
Right.
Comfort is
And
so
community.
important.
Within our community as
Yes.
a whole,
Yes.
be able to offer them that.
Right.
Because like you said, the word, the Bible said we'll destroy because of lack of knowledge. So if you don't have the knowledge and understanding on things, we have to be the ones that can go out and be able to
Right.
initiate it to those who don't understand or
Right.
don't feel like they have no way out.
That's
Right.
true.
I think when it comes down to the comfort piece as well, sometimes we don't want to lean on our community because we're afraid of how we'll be perceived.
Mistrust as
Right.
well.
And I think a lot of times, especially amongst men, they don't want to share because it's an area that puts them in a vulnerable space.
Yes.
Right. So then we see a lot of men who, they commit suicide as well because they don't feel comfortable in order to go and talk about the indifferences that they're dealing with. Like life is hard.
It is.
It's very hard.
It really is.
But you find peace when you're able to sit amongst a community.
Yes.
And really like unpack how you're feeling. And I think if we created more spaces for men and women
A safe
and children,
a safe
right,
space.
we would see a lot less people, running and having mental disorders or being, put in psych wards for losing their
Yes.
minds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because some things they said it's inheritance or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
But
right.
then something I
Exactly.
think it's environmental.
That's right.
Definitely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
for their
Your
environment,
environment.
where
Your
they were
environment
raised.
costs.
That is so true.
That caused that
environment.
development to take place.
Yeah. Those
Exactly.
those traumas, yeah.
Well, ladies,
Yes.
we had a wonderful time.
Yes.
Yes.
Chit chat.
Tell your friend, tell your neighbor.
Yes.
Invite them to the Chit Chat Lounge.
Yes.
Where we talk about everything.
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 Ladies, do we talk about everything?
Everything. Nothing's off limits.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Come on over to the Chit Chat Lounge. We want to see you next time. See you.
See you.